the truth of it is, hold on, let me pull my balaclava down so you can actually hear me talk. The truth of it is, you actually are privileged. So you actually are going to be able to reach certain levels of success faster than other people would, just because you're not meant to struggle for certain things in this lifetime. Maybe in other lifetimes you like did come from more like how do I say, like impoverished backgrounds. Like you may have been a slave in past lives. You may have been like some kind of in what is it in fuck indentured servants. Just your soul may have been previously hardened by adversity in some kind of way that you carry into this lifetime. And despite the privilege that you have in this lifetime, you may have high levels of empathy with other kinds of like struggle. So for me, I have a lot of empathy for like Palestinians, and like I do what I can for them in the ways that I can. And that just something in me just really doesn't, like it just has a lot of empathy for persecution or like genocide. And I guess like for me genetically, I have a lot of predisposition. So I guess that makes sense. Like, and then even my south node is Scorpio. So I come into this life with like occult prowess. Like I came in with certain skills, certain like abilities. Like even when I was a kid, I was able to see things. And I was luckily born into a family that believed in the things that I was seeing and reinforced and validated the significance of what I was experiencing. Like a lot of people have really intense, like, dreams, prophetic dreams as kids, but they maybe like tell their parents and their parents like maybe like brush it off or something like that. Like for me, like I had like a dream interpreter in my family. So like when I had a crazy dream, we went and told the dream interpreter, and the dream interpreter was like, here's what your dream means. So like that's something that like, isn't something that's like far off for me. The ability for like a person to have gifts and then maybe even trade things to use someone else's gifts are things that like are very familiar to me and the way that I culturally live. I said past tense, but it's more so, it's still to this day I just don't really have as many people to exchange with. I'm not as close to my old communities. So the focus right now is kind of like on your privilege, because we're talking about how you're being taken straight to the top, and it's because you ultimately like belong there. Like, and that's something that people are quickly finding out, even if they underestimate you initially. Like as soon as people do invest in the experience of interacting with you, they understand how they should be treating you, how they should be respecting you, and like they're willing to follow through with that, and like of their own volition. Whoa. We have Angel of Night, just like me. Angel of Visions. Dude, what did I just say about the dreams? So really keep an eye out, I said. But you're literally gonna be asleep. Unless you're not. But yeah. Like keep an eye out for those confirmations of you being in the right place at the right time. And allow your right place and right time to be other people's not right place, right? Because I get really productive in the nighttime hours. This is Angel of Song. Birds of a feather flock together. So, like, whoever else is in here may be a night owl, depending on where you guys are in the world and what time it is over there. But you're aligning with me right now in this, like, perfect timing. And there's something about that as well. There could be something about synchronistic encounters where you can like uniquely network with certain people, or you should expect that to be coming in, like people maybe in higher positions appreciating what you have to offer to the environment, like people seeing your vision, your creative vision. Like, why is my throat? But like people like seeing your creative vision and wanting to invest in it. It's literally 1, 2, 3 a.m. for me. Cool. It's 10:23 p.m. for me. Hope you guys get whatever amount of sleep you need tonight. For me, it's not much. I drink coffee. I'm a coffee drinker, like every day. Angel of Mysteries. So there's something about the way that your visions lead you through darkness, that alerts other people to your significance. His stance is giving like stand user to me. So I feel like people in the world, like regular civilians, would recognize you as someone who is not a regular civilian. Like you behave in ways frequently that defy social norms. Or just like go beyond what's normal. Like you're maybe like an extremist in some kind of way. Angel of Night. Like kind of like Batman Vengeance. Like you take it pretty far, whatever this thing is that you do. You're pretty committed to it. You feel divinely led in it, divinely supported in it. Angel of Annihilation. Holy shit. And that's like the supporting energy. So this is... if this isn't you literally like annihilating anything outside of yourself, this is you being willing to take on whatever internal transformational processes lead to your alignment with the authentic version of yourself that can like once again send out that bird song to the birds of the feathers. So your people, maybe to then lead them through like similar depths. Like Angel of Annihilation, like kind of like Skull Knight in Berserk. Like he might have been an angel. Like, you know, it's a dark angel because, you know, he's Skull Knight. But, you know, he ultimately is coming in, like, out of fucking nowhere. like a summoned portal to just, like, hand out some advice. And then dips. So that's kind of like angelic. That's what angels do. So, Angel of Annihilation, you could be, like, that dark horse in someone else's life that comes in to, like, speak some proverbs. And then like head out, and because like you're already so unique, right? This was the purpose card in your Deal with the Devil reading that I just did. Pick a card, check that out maybe. But you could be someone's weapon, or you could be a weapon, or you're meant to be the idea that inspires change. So yeah, like, you know, the universe is going to support you in getting into the position to be that force that you're meant to be, that you're uniquely equipped to be. Like, Guts was the only guy swinging that sword like that, you know? So he's the only one who could have done what he did, and Casca's the only Casca that could have Casca'd, and Griffith was the only Griffith that could have Griffith. Like, it had to be them, it had to be that way. Everyone's position is like already predetermined, and that's like another thing that can really give you peace in this energy. If you're like, well, I know I'm meant to be like awesome sauce, but like I don't know how I'm gonna get to being awesome sauce. Like, you're already awesome sauce in the future. Like, remind yourself that you're already that guy. It's just about like you filling up the gap at this point in time, and that's already gonna happen as time naturally passes. So you're not even in control of this process. Like, just understand that you're not really as much in control as you might like to think that you are, and that might let you like coast a little easier. Angel of Verdancy. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I don't even really know what verdancy means, but luckily I have access to the internet. So let me grab my handy dandy Mystery Mouse Tool. And we're gonna Google the word verdancy. Because I'm gonna struggle to interpret it without clear understanding of that word. Pardon, folks. I just want to become informed. Don't mind me. Just informing myself before I speak. My dog is here. Hey, baby. I love you. Okay, verdancy is a noun that means the appearance of flourishing vegetation that is lush. Nice. Nice, I like it. So, I think you're a very fruitful person. People don't really know like what that stems from. Like, what's the engine of that? Like, where is the abundance coming from? Especially because you're the angel of night. So there's like a known association with darkness to your energy, and you probably have a purpose kind of related to like cutting things down. Once again, change agent, like tool, weapon. Like you maybe have a trade. So I mean, like you have some kind of function in the world that is associated with the darker things. People want to know like, or people just are aware of the fact that your favor looks different from theirs, and that's really what I gotta say. Like to put it the most objective. Because I think a lot of people want to, like, condemn this and say, like, oh, you're working with, like, the devil. Like, you see how my voice is, like, breaking up and shit? Like, some people really don't agree with the fact that you're so successful. Because it doesn't make sense to them because they're not built like you. Like, this is, like, you being in your Sasuke timeline. And, like, you're going through the training and you're, like, you're the only Uchiha. So you're the only one doing Uchiha shit. And everybody's like, oh, man. This guy's like, they're just like discovering what it even means to be a Uchiha just by witnessing you. Like, people have no idea what it means for you to be in your sauce. They've never even seen sauce like that. Angel of Visions, like you're a visionary in this energy. And because it's so like, it's so good, but it's so not what they're used to, they can't help but be skeptical about that. Because it's like, what's the drawback to like true connection, literally body connection? It's like, man, you might like okay, like, jeez. It's like you have, you know who you are more than maybe what most people do. And like really that is privilege. Like to have clear connection to purpose, you might have always had it. So you might not know what it feels like to feel more like lost. Or maybe you haven't felt that way in a long time. But I think that people could be seeing you and feeling like, man, I don't know who I am. Because maybe I'm not as fruitful independently. I do feel like people feel supported by you, though. Like you are a tree or like an anchor in the environments that you're like a part of. And that's another reason why you're going to the top. Because people know that they need you or whatever it is that you have to offer, even if they don't understand what it is. Like they do feel that connection. They're like, yeah, like whatever this is, I am glad that I found it. I will continue to remain aware of it. Even if I don't fully understand it or I understand how it contrasts everything else that I ever had around me. I think most people eventually through time allow themselves to like to show like yeah, yeah, like just like let themselves open their mind up to you and whatever this different thing is that you are. Maybe because they start to see themselves in it, or just something that they can like hold on to. Thank you, placebo effect. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty much what I have for this reading. So, thanks for like being here and watching and liking and subscribing or whatever else you choose to do. And I hope you have a good night.